Welcome back to Keep Up channel. Ricky Hatton dies aged 46. Boxing icon found dead at home in Manchester this morning after missing gym and fight he was due to watch last night. Ricky Hatton, the former world boxing champion, has died aged 46, just weeks after announcing his dramatic return to the ring. The boxing icon was found at his home in Greater Manchester this morning, where a police cordon currently sits outside, and his death is not being treated as suspicious. A spokesperson for Greater Manchester Police said, officers were called by a member of the public to attend Bullacre Road, Hyde, Tameside, at 6:45 a.m. today where they found the body of a 46-year-old man. There are not currently believed to be any suspicious circumstances. Daily Mail Sport understands that friends were initially concerned last night, when Hatton failed to appear at a fight involving one of his boxers, while he also failed to show up at the gym on Friday. After retiring from the ring, he had moved into coaching but was due to return to the sport with a fight planned in Dubai in December. Hatton, who was awarded an MBE for services to sport in 2007, had often spoken of his struggles with mental health and drug addiction. But his good friend, boxing pundit Steve Bunce, today revealed he was in a really good place after facing, attacking, and solving his addictions. A huge Manchester City supporter, Hatton was due to be at the Etihad Stadium for this afternoon's derby with Manchester United, and had a table in a corporate hospitality area. He was also an avid Oasis fan, and one of his most memorable moments was when Noel and Liam Gallagher walked him into the ring holding his world title belts before his 2008 bout against Paulie Malignaggi in Las Vegas. Nicknamed the Hitman, Hatton was an aggressive and brave fighter who held multiple world and UK titles during his career between 1997 and 2012. He had one son, Campbell, who retired from boxing at 24 to become a solar panel installer in July, and two daughters, Millie and Fern. He won 45 of his 48 professional bouts during a stellar 15-year career. Among his career highlights were defeating Russia's Kostya Tsayu and Jose Luis Castillo, but he also suffered heartbreak when he lost to Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. In July, Hatton, who would have turned 47 next month, announced his return to boxing, with a fight against United Arab Emirates' Issa Al-Daw scheduled for December 2 in Dubai. Just 2 days ago, Hatton had shared footage of him training intensely with a punching bag as he readied himself for his return to boxing. He captioned it, "Thursday session in the bag." #Hitman, #BlueMoon, #GetUpThereBoy. Boxers past and present today led tributes to Hatton as they mourned the loss of one of Britain's greatest boxers. Former world champion Amir Khan wrote, "Today we lost not only one of Britain's greatest boxers, but a friend, a mentor, a warrior, Ricky Hatton." Chris Eubank Jr. said, "Rest in peace Mr. Ricky Hatton. We salute you." Tyson Fury posted 2 pictures of he and Hatton on Instagram and wrote, "Can't believe this. Rip to the legend at Ricky Hatton, may he rip. There will only ever be one Ricky Hatton. Can't believe this so young." Actor Ray Winstone also paid tribute, writing, "Shocking news, feel like I've been punched in the stomach. I never even had the pleasure of meeting him, but I still feel like I know him. A great champion in the ring and of the people. My deepest sympathies to his family. Rest in peace champ, gone far too early." Piers Morgan tweeted, "R.I.P. Ricky, the Hitman Hatton, 46. Found dead at his home in Manchester, police say no suspicious circumstances. What incredibly sad news." And Sacha Lord, Manchester's nighttime economy advisor and owner of the Warehouse Project, said, "R.I.P. Ricky Hatton. A gentle giant and absolute legend." He called for a minute's silence to be held at today's derby match between Hatton's beloved Manchester City and Manchester United in his honor. Hatton rose through amateur and domestic levels to pit his wits against the best boxers of his generation. But his down-to-earth demeanor also endeared him to fans across the world, and he was open about the mental health issues he endured upon his retirement from the ring. He had previously spoken of his battle with depression and revealed that he had attempted suicide on multiple occasions. 9 years ago he told the BBC, "I tried to kill myself several times. I used to go to the pub, come back, take the knife out and sit there in the dark crying hysterically." Hatton added, "There were times when I hadn't had a drink for days and I'd still come home, and if something went through my mind I'd start pondering something. It was the same outcome whether I was having a drink or wasn't having a drink. But in the end I thought I'll end up drinking myself to death because I was so miserable. I was coming off the rails with my drinking and that led to drugs. It was like a runaway train. Police are now thought to be working with Hatton's family over the issuing of a tribute. Hatton also overcame a fallout with his family and a court case with his former trainer Billy Graham to become a successful trainer, coaching Zanat Zakianov to a world bantamweight title win in 2017. In 2023, he released a personal documentary in which charted his journey from the Hattersley estate near Manchester to headlining on the Las Vegas Strip. Hatton's battle with mental health features prominently in the film and talked about the depression, addiction, and shame that followed his defeats by Mayweather and Pacquiao. It candidly revealed how the estrangement from his family for nearly a decade and the split from his coach pushed him to his absolute rock bottom. But boxing pundit Bunce today revealed that Hatton was in a much better place. He told Radio 5 Live, "It's an unbelievably shocking piece of news. He has had some troubles, Rick. He has talked about his mental health problems, he's talked about his addictions, he's faced them and attacked them and solved them. He was in a really good place. He was preparing for an exhibition fight, the gym has been his salvation. He was getting his head and body in a better place. He didn't show up on Friday at the gym and he was meant to be at a fight last night and he didn't show up at the fight. It's shocking news. Had it been 10 years ago when he was in the darkest place a man could be in, it would have been understandable, but I'm generally shocked and amazed by it. If you look at any images of him from the last 2 or 3 weeks, it's as good as he's looked in 15 years. That's why this will be an even bigger shock." He said he thought Hatton had faced his demons and come through. "My first reaction was I didn't believe it," he added. A clearly emotional Bunce said Hatton's success was down to his pure determination and desire. If he won there was nothing left, if he lost there was nothing left, he gave everything in both victory and defeat, he added. He was a massive inspiration on both sides of the ropes. During the film, Hatton said, "I was champion 4 times over but I consider myself a failure. I wasn't supposed to end this way." At the time of his official retirement, Hatton said, "A fighter knows when it's not there, and it's not there. I've had too many fights and burnt the candles at both ends. I've lost 4.5 stone for this and my sparring was great but I'm not going to put myself through that torture again. I got the answers. I was crying in the ring and no doubt I'll be crying tonight but I'm happy. I had to go in there and find out and I did. I've no complaints. It's been 3.5 years and you all know the story. I needed to put a few demons to rest and I said before the fight I felt I'd already won and that hasn't changed." In his early 20s, Hatton had a brief relationship with a woman known only as Claire, who went on to have his boxer son, Campbell, born on January 9, 2001. His longest relationship was with Jennifer Dooley between 2005 to 2016. Ms. Dooley was there for some of the highest points of his career, seeing him win or retain multiple world titles as well as being there for the presentation of his MBE in 2007's New Year honors. Hatton proposed to her on Valentine's Day of 2009. He faithfully named the couple's Cheshire house the Heartbreak Hotel after Elvis Presley's hit track. But in 2010, Irish boxing champion Emma Bowe revealed that she had been having an 11-month affair with the boxer after getting his autograph in Dublin. A rocky period between Ms. Dooley and Hatton after the fighter's retirement in 2012 included him moving in and out of their £3 million home a number of times. A December 2013 holiday bust-up led to Hatton moving out. But after moving back in again months later, in June 2014, he then left for a second time after going AWOL during a boozy trip to Lanzarote. But their turbulent year was put behind them in the new year when they went on holiday to Tenerife with their 2 daughters, Millie, 11, and Fern, 10. In 2016, however, another string of drink-fueled nights out for Hatton put a final end to his 11-year relationship, after he was pictured looking worse for wear partying with other girls in his arms. He said of Ms. Dooley, "It's very upsetting when you've been in such a long-term relationship and it comes to an end. I can't deny there are times I have found things difficult." He had a flurry of romances with women, ranging from Playboy models to beauty therapists, but he had most recently been in a relationship with actress Claire Sweeney. The couple began secretly dating after starring on ITV's Dancing on Ice together and enjoying a holiday to Tenerife. Coronation Street actress Ms. Sweeney previously explained she and Ricky had known each other for 25 years before sparks flew between them, while the boxing champion said it was nice they were able to connect following the end of their respective relationships. But the male revealed in December how they had split after 8 months after deciding they were better off as pals. Hatton's imposing 5-bedroom house, near Hyde, Stockport, is currently on the market for £1.75 million. The property, named The Heartbreak, has a flag of his Manchester City team on the driveway. The gates to the house were initially open around 11 a.m. this morning but were later closed. 3 plainclothed officers entered the mansion and stayed for 15 minutes. It is believed Hatton put the property up for sale after splitting with Ms. Sweeney. Source: dailymail.co.uk. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.